So yeah, we see a couple of Freyas now. We've seen a couple Shifus. We didn't see a single Freya or Shifu in the EU Cup. So I just think this is funny. I don't know why. I love that there's actually depth to this. When you unlock the camera, it does that. It's just funny to me. Sorry. So here we go. We're going to start off here real quick. Wow, look at that. Lucy just running right in there. No F's given, as they say. Gonna knock back, but taking a bunch of quick damage there from the Freya. Freya gets to incapacitate. Shifu going to be taking a bit of damage. Good counter there from Freya. Oh, wow, you can just tell already that these teams are really good. As the red team does get the orb, another incapacitate going out onto this Lucy. Shifu not going to be able to follow up onto the Freya. Freya trying to get back into the mix. As good counter there from Shifu to put himself onto Paloma. Even though he countered Freya, here's the Petrify onto Paloma. Paloma going to have to relocate and is going to be okay, but she is taken down pretty low. I think the red team got that one again too. Yep, it looks like they did. As Shifu at about 3/4 health, the blue team has a total of 70. The red team had a total of 80. Now 77 to 80. Or no, 78 to 78%. So these teams are very, very equal. Shifu's going to use the space to dodge that and ends up using his EX, actually gets petrified onto Freya. And Paloma taking a ton of damage. I'm not sure if her M2 is available. They do get the orb, though. There's the ultimate coming out. The stun almost immediately. The follow-up ultimate from Freya. This is going to be really hard for a Freya to come back 2v1 against a Shifu and a Lucy. So Lucy does hit another Petrify. Look at that, the Deadly Inject immediately onto her. Oh my goodness, there's a good incapacitate. And the blue team ends up stealing that orb. There's the damage onto the Freya. And wow, Daniel and Niwa are not playing around. I'm just here for fun. Captain Romantic says, how to hit every single counter 101. Yeah, guys, if you want to get better in this game, I'm being really serious. I'm not trying to be an a-hole. Learn to not hit counters. If you don't hit counters, it gimps a lot of what the enemy team is trying to do, and it'll make a big difference in your performance. So here come the teams back into the middle. And look at that, Paloma's actually in the front, trying to M1 as much as he can. Here comes the engagement from Shifu. Shifu's going to eat that E. The counter does not get hit. Push back a little bit. Good counter there from Freya. Damage coming in onto Lucy as Lucy put the barrier. Now's the time to really burst her. The wolf comes out doing a lot of damage. There's an incapacitate. The follow-up by Freya. Freya actually getting pushed back. And now the counter being hit. Incapacitates her again. And there's the counter. Counter does not get triggered. However, it's 92 to 78 in favor of the blue team. I really thought the red team was ahead there for a little bit. But the heals and mitigation, everything ends up coming back. There's incapacitate damage now. 74 to 56. The ultimate coming out in the other side. Going to be able to get her out of there just a little bit. The incapacitate coming out to Paloma, though. Paloma's going to use her EXQ to heal up a little bit off of Shifu. Shifu then putting in some major pressure. Freya trying to get back in there. Does some body blocking. Is going to be able to peel for her for just a moment. And the double Petrify into the Deadly Inject. A lot of damage coming out onto Paloma. Paloma does have her ultimate, though. There it is dropped. They get the orb. A big health swing there for them to get caught back up. As it's 46 to 67 now. The blue team just slowly chipping away now at that Paloma. The Petrify coming. Here's the ultimate. The other side. Good stun, Freya, to keep her wits there. There's the incapacitate. I thought the ultimate was going to come out right away. Paloma a little bit out of position there. Incapacitate coming out. Great counter incapacitate there by Freya. Going to keep her Paloma alive. Paloma desperately trying to get out of there. Going to use her other side. Pick up a couple orbs. And she is now back in the fight and actually has a really fighting chance here. And the red team ends up getting the orb. And I think that Shifu is still trying to get back into this incapacitate. Will the second tick hit? The second tick does heal. She's still alive. But there's the kill by the Shifu. And just barely not able to survive as Freya has her ultimate again. Gonna leap in, use her E, and there's the ultimate. Does take the hit. Gets to incapacitate, but whoa, holy cow. This blue team, these guys are good, Niwa and Daniel. And I'm not trying to take anything away from Drastis and Captain Romantic because I'm sitting here thinking, holy cow, Drastis and Captain Romantic are playing amazing and they still can't get ahead of this team. This is just crazy. I don't know if this is a product of picking Paloma. I said this again in the beginning of both tournaments. I don't love Paloma in 2v2 for healing. I think that Lucy would be better. I think that Oldur would be better. Oldur would be better. I even think that Sirius would be better than Paloma, in my opinion. That's just me. So I don't know. I don't know if this is a hero thing, but I think Paloma is weaker. She really strives and I think really catches her stride in 3v3. So she's going to use her space to get back on, but taking so much pressure from the Shifu. Shifu is just so dang sticky. And Paloma already down to like 10% health, 45 health as Shifu is continuing to chase. She's down to 30 now. There's the kill onto her. And Freya, I mean, they're barely into this match, and Freya is by herself, unfortunately. There's the Incapacitate, waiting for some cooldowns. Deadly ejects, the auto attack, and big damage coming out. There's the ultimate. They're going to dodge and space out of that. And Freya trying to desperately fight. But unfortunately, I'm sorry. I just think there's nothing you can do at this point. You had 1 health versus like 500 health. Because sometimes you just got to throw in the towel and get to that next round. Not bashing, just saying, hey, I appreciate you fight and fight hard, but I don't know if you can get this one, brother. So 3 straight rounds here from full Daniel. Let's see if the red team is going to be able to come back here. They said that they have faced him quite a bit in the ladder. So, I think they know the gameplay, the style. Oh, and they do trigger the counter. I didn't think they were going to. And sorry, I yawned there for a second. And so Paloma going to space in, trying to be a little bit more aggro here on this Lucy. And the counter again being triggered, and that's going to cause some big damage to come out from Shifu. There's the Wolf going to hit as the other side going to be used. Trying to reposition herself, getting a little bit, just barely doesn't steal that and doesn't hit that counter, but is a little bit out of position. Deadly injection onto Freya. Freya's going to take that damage. Paloma going to reposition with other side, going to heal a little bit. Actually, I think she might have jumped that heal, which is a bummer. But trying to put some damage here. It's the Incapacitate broken. Trying to come back here on this Paloma. Going to use the space, though, so it's hard to body block her. The other side, again, going to have to be used. And there's the spin to win. Ultimate coming out now, trying to do a little bit of damage. Ends up grabbing another ultimate. And there it is, but take it out right away. And that is a 4th straight round for Niwa and Daniel. These guys are really good. Oh, I am so glad I am not playing against them. Wow. So let's see here. You deserve at least 800 more viewers. Really nice job. Thanks so much, Flame Angel. I appreciate that, but you're too kind to me. Most people just watch the Team Zone stream. That's all right. I'm having fun, man. I just like doing this. All right, let's see here. A little bit of poke here coming on to Shifu. Shifu does get incapacitated. We'll see if the incapacitate will cause too much trouble. It doesn't really seem to. There's the other side being used to try to get away from the Shifu. Shifu trying to put up the pressure. Pressure is going to be broken, though, by the Freya, so good job. And, man, she has just hit so many of those incapacitates. That is amazing. And you see Lucy hitting the fear into deadly injection. That's so much damage that comes out onto the Freya, and there's not much. And then immediately hits her with a petrify. Goodness gracious, this Lucy is so annoying. And there's the stun onto her. She's going to use the ultimate, trying to put in a little bit of damage. They do have... No, I'm sorry. They don't have a health lead. I was just looking, then I looked at the percents. They clearly do not, as Paloma takes some huge damage out here from Shifu. Shifu trying to follow up. Freya going to be doing some M1 trading here between them. The counter is going off. Grabs a couple health orbs. Paloma tries to come back in. Drops her ultimate. This is going to really help heal up a little bit. Tries to pull her back in, but not able to. Double incap coming out as Freya desperately trying to chase down this Lucy, but... the Shifu just so much stronger in the stickiness, and not a single fear. I don't know how you do it, man. Not a single fear, but kudos. Oh, meaning probably because I think he's talking about with the fear coming from Paloma, I think is what he's saying. He's just good, just good. When you see that Paloma coming in, you got to think, hey, she's probably going to hit Q on my face. And don't hit a spell and just wait for that to go off.